Hello and welcome. Welcome to our Monday Motivation, where we take a look at how we can power up our energy and look at where our energy drains are and how can we transform or transmute those energy drains to energy gains. So welcome. Thank you for being here. Let's just take a moment to come in and get settled here and now. And I thought what we'd look at today is something that really can offer us an energy gain. And sometimes, more commonly, subconsciously, it's an energy drain. And that's a faith-based position. What is a faith-based position? It's exactly that. It's a position in which that we have faith that other forms of intelligence or consciousness are here with us and around us and can be here for our greatest good, or better, I like to add. Why not? Greatest good of all, or better. It's kind of like a surrender, but I feel like it has more ground than a surrender. And you know me, I love my grounding and centering and aligning. So as we're coming out of March, and this has been our focus for the root chakra, I wanted to remind us as we travel up through the energy centers in the membership that we take this grounding position with us. We take this safety and security and energy of Mother Earth and the places that we can use as an external or an internal resource to keep this grounded and safetyness, because how can we travel through our energy body without being grounded? I put my own ceiling fan up this weekend. It needed to be replaced. And there was 3 ground wires. That's how important grounding is. And some people bypass that grounding. Some people bypass the spirituality. So when we look at the whole being, what I work with as a practitioner is whole being wellness, whole being healing. So I look at the physicality of the person, the body structure, where their aches and pains are, what's coming forth and being shown to the individual, and what is not being shown to the individual that may decide that it's ready to be healed. I look at the emotional centers of the body. How is the emotion coming through? Is it frazzled? Is it some level of container? Is there some numbness to it or some avoidance to it? Is there a void there? I look at the mental structure of the human mind and how it's being communicated and what's important and what doesn't seem important. Where's the balance? Where's non-balance? What's going on? Look at the spiritual side of the individual. Now, spirituality doesn't mean you need to go to church every weekend, but if you do, that's great. Whatever works for you, you are the boss. So when we take a faith-based position, we take that higher level. That's our connection. When we ground into the earth, we come into our heart, we take this alignment. It's a hara line, and it comes out the top of the head, just like that fontanelle that's protected when you're a baby. I believe that it is our information connection of who we are with other sources of energy, whether you call them God, creator, source, energy, higher self, guru, sages, Allah, whatever it is that you connect with today, because it may change. Connect with that. So when you come into that anxiety and that fear or that worry or that concern, and you're climbing up that ladder of intensity, sometimes we don't need to ever really get too elevated in that area, because we can take a faith-based position. That has really worked with me, especially as a single mother for over 20 years now. Sometimes I just needed to take a faith-based position. Actually, with every thought, I added the faith-based position, and I surrendered. I surrendered to the possibility of what is, and I don't need to know the outcome. In fact, I just want to hand it off and say, here, this is outside of my skill set. Will you take over the wheel, please? And thank you. Right? So this is what we're talking about when we look at faith-based positions. And the reason why I like calling it a faith-based position is because I do feel it has more of you're taking a position. So it has more ground of your intention, because it still takes action. Even though we surrender it up, we can't just go lay on the couch and put our blankets over our head and eat a bag of Doritos or spicy chili Doritos or something. We need to be involved with the process. When you decide to take a position, it's an action. And you want to check in with that action. You want to surrender it, but you still want to go, wow, I did surrender that today. I did surrender that outcome. I did put trust in other sources. And guess what? I proved myself right. We are a species that likes to prove themselves right. We like to have evidence. So once you set that faith-based position, be alert. Increase your awareness. Get those truth bumps all over you, knowing that your request is in the ethers. It's in with God, creator, source, energy. You are not alone. We are not alone. So I encourage you to take that pillar of position for your physicality, your emotionality, your mentality, and your spirituality. We are whole beings. And the sooner that we step into healing this whole being, the sooner we become healed. We can't just heal one part of us. So I invite you into my world. Let's rock this world. Let's heal all those components of our being. If you need some help, DM me. I do in-person and distant healings. I also work with discovery conversations. If you're the least bit curious, give me a call. Join us in our membership where we excavate our thoughts. We peel back the truth of what we're thinking. 40 trillion bits per second, this energy center is going off. This is a big energy drain. When we can surrender, we can then surrender that thought process as well. We start to create clarity. And when we create clarity and reduce that monkey mind and that chaos, guess what shows up? The gift of our intuition. We hear more, we see more, we actually know more. And to actually become at peace with the peace that you become, you go, wow, there's crickets up there. I hear nothing. That's right. I hear nothing. But I see so much more. I hear so much more. In just that subtlety. Let's take a moment right now, 1 minute. If you've got the time, share it with me. 1 minute, and see what we can do as we surrender. Whatever's in your mind right now, let it go. Put it in a little bubble. Let it float up into the ethers. If you've got a nonstop train of thoughts, put it on a train. Just keep loading it on. Keep on loading it on. It's as simple as that. No judgment, no right or wrong. We're simply in a process of creating a faith-based position. So feel your feet on the floor. Bring yourself to the edge of the chair if you're sitting on a piece of furniture. And if you're laying down, surrender to what's holding you up. Release every bit of tension. Allow that piece of furniture to fully support you. And you trust that, right? That's a faith-based position. Come into your heart and think of something that you truly love. Bring in that thought of the true love that you have for yourself or for others, or for the fact that the sun is shining, or for the fact that there is a faith-based position in this time in society right now. No better time to call on that faith-based position, whether it's just a wish or a prayer or a knowing. And align that. Take that line from the center core of the earth through your spine, out the top of your head and into the cosmos. A direct line to God, creator, source energy, higher self, divine consciousness. Simply know. You might even take this time just to center a little bit, and you find that still point, that 0 point where you know. You might even get a click in your head that you're locked in. You are connected. Send up your surrender. Send up what you are willing to let go of, especially now during this full moon. Just surrender it up. Send it off with a kiss. Send it up with your hands. Send it up with your thought. Up that fine line to divine creator source energy. Allow it to go. Put any thoughts in that line that's sending it up to divine, or just simply put them in a bubble and let them go. Let them go. Load them on the train. The next car, take it. The next car, I release it. The next car, I let it go. And see if you can sense the silence. And know that you can take this silence, this peace place that I like to call bliss, into your everyday. Become aware. If you're washing the dishes and you notice you've got some chaos going through your mind, wash it. Allow it go down the drain. Let it go back into Mother Earth to transmute. Surrender it up. Ask for help. Ask for guidance. Take this into your day. Play with it. Practice it. See how it fits for you. I'd love to know. Thank you for being here. I love you. I truly do. Make it a great day.